I did come across something actually bubbled up on my feed the other day. I thought was quite weird.
There's 6 foot squad in town. 6 foot squad. Look at the size of these coppers, everyone. Look at this. 6 foot squad. 6 foot squad.
Ain't no
Look
copper.
at them.
Ain't no copper.
Big one.
I mean, it takes a lot for me to root for the police, but
Foot squad.
Ain't no
Look
copper.
at them.
Ain't no copper.
Big one, isn't ya? A bit tall, didn't ya?
Here we go.
like literally, it's puzzling to me how men like this. Obviously, there's layers of misogyny and everything that we could tap into, but I think as a stand-up comedian, it actually offends me more the total lack of comedic, fertile ground and skill and joke mechanics to it, and yet they're all having a great time. I find that at least as offensive as the misogyny.
Foot squad.
Ain't no
Look at
copper.
them.
Ain't no copper.
Big one, isn't ya? A bit tall, didn't ya?
Here we go.
You know, it's like they're all laughing, right? They're laughing at this, admittedly, by the looks of things, sort of, pint-sized female police officer. But it's all like, oh, you're a bit tall, ain't ya? It's like, but she's not. So it's like, that's the joke. And then he calls them the 6 foot squad, but they're demonstrably not 6 foot. So it's like you're calling a short person a tall person, but it's like, how is that funny? And then there's the other guy in the back who's like, you ain't no copper, you ain't no copper. Like, it's, how the fuck are these guys having such a good time when literally none of what they're saying is funny?
6 foot squad.
Ain't no
Look at
copper.
them.
Ain't no copper.
Big one, isn't ya? A bit tall, didn't ya?
Here we go.
If a big 6 foot lad like me decides to come through it.
You're a bit tall, ain't ya? A 6 foot squad, and you ain't no copper, but she is a cop. Like three opposites. He's just saying things that are opposite, and yet they're having a time of their lives. It's hilarious to these cunts. But these guys make me angry about every tough gig I ever had as a stand-up comedian. They make me livid at how much I struggled on with, like, a well-crafted bit, like a clever joke that was self-referencing or called back to an earlier joke, and people didn't really get it because I was shit that night, or it was the wrong night of the week, or I was on last and everyone was just tired and wanted to go home, and I tanked, I bombed out my fucking ass. And then these guys come along and they just say the opposite of 3 things, and it's fucking hilarious. Fuck them all to Jupiter.
What are you going to do?
Kid abuser.
Not much. Look at this one. Look at the size of this one. Look at the size of this one, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Matt, which
Look
one?
at it.
Which
Which
one?
one? How can you see
what do you think of
them?
them?
Look at them. Look at them. Look, the 5 foot squad round Matty Boy surrounded. This is what the police have come to. The 5 foot squad. Look at the size of these coppers.
And yeah, it's pretty. It's not even the most uncomfortable video that I've seen, like in recent weeks. This one's sort of comparatively mild, but there's just something so like tone deaf and emotionally dumb about men like this who are like, let's say he is 6 foot. That guy, he looks like a big fella, right? A big fella. I'm gonna hazard a guess. I don't know if this is true, but it feels like he might have had like 3 or 4 beers there. Let's assume he's 6'1" or 2. He's had 3 or 4 beers, and he's like towering over these, what he says is like, 5 foot tall female police officers. Like, the lack of emotional intelligence to be able to see how inappropriate that is against the backdrop of all of this protecting our women and girls stuff. These are the people that care about women and girls, are they? Are they heckling them? Calling them, like, what did he call them? Like kid fucker protectors or paedophile protectors or something. And then like goading them. Like, what would you do if a big fella like me, like, you wouldn't be able to do anything, would you? You're a fake copper. Like, this, it's so tone deaf and weird when you think of the message that they're trying to put out there with the women and girls stuff. Like, I really don't want to live in a country where agents of the state like police officers, are empowered to taser members of the public when they're like, you know, hassling them, accostering them, you know, because then that opens itself, opens the door up to like a load of horrible problems. Like, what happens if you just happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time in London while they're trying to do some kettling, some good old-fashioned Metropolitan Police kettling, and you go over and you tap them on the shoulder like, yeah, which way is it to Tower Gateway? And they've had cans lobbed at their head all afternoon. You tap them at the wrong moment, they turn around and just fucking mace you in the face, tasing you. I don't want to live in a world where cops are empowered to just tase people at will, random members of the public, when they just bother them a little bit. But I have to say, you know, I'm going to break with tradition. If the tail end of this story was that man got tased for heckling the police, for hassling and harassing them, and there was a gendered layer of it, and it turned out that she just went, you know what? Fuck this. Tased that guy to the floor. She goes like fucking flip mode on him, like, who's a real copper now? I ain't a real copper. Loses control of his muscles, just fucking shit free flowing out of his asshole. One of his friends who was filming it for Facebook carries on filming it. It's on the Facebook Live.
Just another video with Adrian.